I'm a fool, I guess, because here I was waiting all day for 6:30 to watch some Miami Heat basketball. I was so excited, right? I'm looking forward to seeing a couple of two-way standouts, Keshad Johnson, Zyon Pullin, a couple of Summer League vets, Alondes Williams, Swider. I was hyped to see them do their thing. I was ready to see Kel'el Ware, 7-foot athletic freak, dominate. I was hyped to see second-round stud Pelle Larssaon do his thing out there. And the Heat absolutely got crushed pretty much from the jump. I mean, the first half was kind of close, but the Warriors really pulled away at the end of that second quarter and never looked back. But honestly, I don't care about any of that, and I'm not as petty as I sounded in this intro, because that's what Summer League is, particularly in the first game. Guys are still trying to feel out each other. Maybe they got some nerves, and usually the second game of Summer League looks much different than the first. And although the final score was the Heat losing by, what's that, like 39, there was actually some positives that I did see from today's game. So I'll kind of go through the box score and talk about each guy a little bit, because overall, as far as the game, there's really nothing to see. I mean, I was hyped to see all those Miami Heat guys, and instead they got dominated by some guy named Plowden and a guy named Spencer who looks like an accountant. Although that Plowden kid did go down with a knee injury, so we hope everything is okay with him. But anyways, we'll kind of go through this Heat playoff or Heat game log right here. You got my boy Keshad Johnson. Y'all know I bought all the Keshad Johnson stock, and I want to put it again on record right now. That's my dude. Every year, I'll pick a Summer League guy that I think is going to turn into a stud. That's my guy, and I've even said it the second they signed him to a two-way. Like the day of the second round of the draft, once that concluded. I love him. I've been on record saying he's a PJ Tucker with Derrick Jones Jr. athleticism. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to see the athleticism today, and he didn't shoot all that well, 3 for 10. But I'll just clarify this now. Nobody shot well on the Miami Heat. Not a single person outside of Swider, I guess. But we'll talk about each person as we go. But what I really liked is how they used Keshad Johnson. He was able to get up 4 3-pointers. I think most of them were in the corners, and that's kind of where I got that PJ Tucker comparison from, because even at Arizona, that is how he was kind of used. And when you have a guy that's a reliable corner shooter like he was in college, that's a guy that can really provides a great deal of spacing in the NBA. Like, we know how the Heat like to run their sets. Get a guy in the corner that can stretch the floor, allow those driving lanes for Jimmy and Bam. Keshad Johnson is a guy that with some work and maybe a couple years of experience can be that guy. It sounds kind of stupid to say he works well with Jimmy and whatever, because Keshad Johnson may not be ready for a couple years when Jimmy might be almost out the window. But point is, I think he's a really good player. And although he wasn't great tonight offensively, he showed the ability to, he showed where his range is at, right? He has some perimeter attack. He was able to clean up a couple of buckets off some misses from the Heat, so he did get some offensive rebounds there. He got actually 6 rebounds total. 3 of them were offensive. He even chased his own shot a couple of times, so he was very active. He was hustling out there. He got a couple of blocks. Very, very nice blocks for him on some bigger dudes. And although he's only 6'6", with his kind of athleticism, he will be able to guard people that are bigger than him. Again, hence the PJ Tucker comparison, because dude is a freak athlete. Didn't get to see much of it today, though. Anyways, Pelle Larssaon, a guy who, in my video after he drafted him, I got a million comments saying that I said his name wrong, which, like 9 times at the beginning of the video, I did say Pelle Ware. But it's because I was thinking of like Kel'el Ware, and I was thinking of Pelle Larssaon, but also Kel'el Ware is pronounced Khalil. So I don't know why I got so mixed up anyways, but I saw that in an interview with Pelle Larssaon, he pronounced his name Pelle. I've had some people say it's Pele. I've had someone say it's Pele, like the soccer player. No, I think it's Pelle. Even in the broadcast today, they said it's Pelle. So going forward, I will call him Pelle. And in my video about Pelle I posted a couple weeks ago, I said I think he's the Tyler Hero, replacement. Not necessarily replacement, but just a guy that can sort of fill that role if Tyler is out or traded or whatever the case may be. A lot of people thought he'd be Duncan Robinson because he had high 3-point percentage shooting in his last year at Arizona, but he only took like 3 attempts from 3 in college. He looked like more of a 3-level scorer, and that's something that he tried to showcase today. I certainly see why I got the Tyler Hero comparison. That boy was not afraid to shoot it. Got only 8 shots up, but most of them were like in the first quarter. He was letting that thing fly. Only finished 2 of 8, so really nothing too great from him today. Did finish with 3 steals. You like to see that. But as a guy who's pretty much going to be a scorer, I'm not going to judge him based off today because it wasn't looking pretty out there. although the shot selection did look Tyler Hero-esque. And I mean that in a positive way, as in terms of offensive variety. Moving on here, you got the first round pick, Kel'el Ware, who came into the game, hit his first push shot floater. I had the most overreaction ever, was so hyped, and then he wasn't great after that. Pulled a three, bricked the hell out of it. I mean, smacked the side of the backboard way too strong. Definitely might have had some nerves on that, but defensively throughout this game, oh my God, absolutely incredible. The shot, how many shot blocks did he finish with today? He finished with 5 blocks in 24 minutes for the big man. I'm talking a guy who was moving his feet laterally, active, rotating, just showed such a high defensive IQ that was amazing. Put some emphatic, energy into those blocks as well. Really, really a guy that blew me away defensively, seriously. Because, yeah, you can look at the block numbers and you could see how he's doing it, but that's it. It was the way he was doing it. The ability to rotate with that foot speed is something that the Heat haven't had in a long time. I mean, you could count Bam Adebayo, but obviously Bam is not the shot blocker that we hope Kel'el Ware is. Bam's sort of a guy that's going to stay in front of you. We know Bam has a ton of blocks, obviously, but at 7 foot, Kel'el Ware obviously could just get more of them. So being able to have an athletic center, athletic size that can rotate is really just a breath of fresh air, because all of our other true centers, not including Bam Adebayo, in recent memory, who else? Summer League standout, Omer Yurtseven. That boy couldn't run. Dwayne Dedmon, Cody Zeller, Myers Leonard, Thomas Bryant. These guys aren't necessarily fleet of foot. So it was really nice to see Kel'el get out there and kind of, just be everywhere. He did have a nice stretch in that second half where he was starting to score a little bit, had a couple nice finishes, hit a couple of free throws, had a mid-range jump shot, so he did end up hitting one of those, and it looked silky smooth. So I think this was a very positive performance from Kel'el Ware. Offensively, he only finished 5 of 12, but again, showed some versatility, and defense was absolutely sensational. Alondes Williams, a guy that I liked a lot, obviously had a great G League last year, 55 points one game, 45 points another. Tonight, 0 for 9, 2 points. Not his best performance, but he is a guy that is very crafty, can sort of do it all out there offensively. That's what you're looking at with him. I don't think he's a true point guard. I guess they technically played him at the 2, it says on NBA's app. They have Cole Swider at the 1. Jesus. So this Heat team doesn't necessarily have a true point guard outside of Zyon Pullin, who we'll get into, but not the best night from Alondes Williams. But I trust him. I look for him to have a big bounce back. I think the next game's tomorrow, actually. And then Cole Swider, the only guy who actually played well today, 17 points, 4-8 from him. Absolute strap. They said today, I didn't realize it was this good. They said today that his G League last year, his season, he shot 10 threes a game at 47%. What the hell? 47% on 10 attempts? That's unheard of. Has anybody ever done that before? Now I see why the Heat are keeping this kid around. I mean, we knew he could shoot, but I didn't know his numbers were like that. And he had some very difficult shots today. Obviously, he's always been a good movement shooter, not just a guy that has to sit in the corner or the wing. He can fly off a screen, shoot off balance, and that's what he did today, as he did finish 4 of 8 from 3. There's obviously always going to be defensive concerns with him. That's why he really wasn't playing last year. I can't judge his defense based off one game today. But hey, he's known as a shooter. He knocked him down today. If he can keep doing it, maybe he's got a spot on this actual team, and he kind of gets promoted from that 2-way contract there. And off the bench here, really the only guy I want to spend some time on is Zyon Pullin, the other 2-way guy. Love his game. I've said that he's sort of a bigger Tyus Jones or a better facilitating Gabe Vincent, because he's a guy that is a facilitator first and foremost. 5-to-1 assist to turnover ratio in college, which is incredible. Very good point of attack perimeter defender. Hustles on that end and does have some versatility scoring as well. Again, all things that I think kind of describe Gabe Vincent, and the numbers don't pop out at you today. Only in 21 minutes, he shot 2 of 8 for 2 assists. Did he have any turnovers? And 2 turnovers. So again, numbers don't pop out at you today, but I did think he made some nicer reads out there. Definitely your prototypical point guard, unlike Alondes Williams. So I do look for Zyon to sort of get some starting point guard minutes in the rest of the summer league, whether it's this California or once they get over to Vegas in about a week. But I do like Zyon Pullin, although nothing too great today. As far as anyone else on the bench, Some guys played well. Stevens played well. I know he hit a couple shots. He hit like a 3 early, late, but Heat fans were looking forward to seeing Josh Christopher, a guy with a lot of experience in this league, like 130 games, can sort of be a bit of a microwave scorer, but only 4 points for him, 1 of 8. He's just sort of a scorer. I don't think he necessarily has the spots on this team, just because of defensively, offensive IQ, sort of stuff like that. But anyways, that's all I got to say for this video. So if y'all watch the game, let me know what you think down below. Which of these prospects is your favorite? Who do you think is going to have the most impact right away? Who's your favorite player? Let me know all your thoughts down below, as I will be reading all the comments. Make sure to subscribe and like the video so everyone can see it. We're currently less than 60 subs away from 5,000. Every video I do, it's just, we getting so much closer. I'm so excited for it, so I appreciate all the support so much, and I'll see y'all next time, so peace out.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.